Can you give me just your favorite thing about America in your best American accent?
My favorite thing about America? Oh, that is so funny. So I think my favorite thing about America and Los Angeles would probably be all the diners and the food. And I really miss Starbucks. That'd be like my three favorite things.
Diners. I like that.
Diner. I'm like,
Diners.
I feel like I had to say diner just to say diner.
Yeah. G'day and welcome to Big Down Under podcast. I'm Charlie Cotton. On today's show, we have Alli Simpson, who is Cody Simpson's younger sister. At the end of the show, we'll have This Week Down Under with Christina Cavaleri, where she tells me all the biggest breaking news from Down Under. But first, I speak to Alli. Alli, who moved out to America with all the Simpson family. So when Cody was just young, the whole family moved out to Los Angeles for him to try and make it. And he did. And then Alli also made it. She became a host on Radio Disney, interviewing all the biggest celebrities of the moment. She had actually the biggest show on Radio Disney ever at the time. She got into music and acting and hosting and basically just a triple, quadruple threat. She moved back to Australia, as did the rest of the Simpson family. Cody went on to be an Australian national, nearly Olympic swimmer. He competed for Australia at lots of national events. And Alli, she got more into entertainment. She basically now is one of our brightest influencers. She's doing all sorts of things, doing her own podcast as well. And I really think that Alli is on her way up. And I think Cody is stepping back into the limelight as well, having had a bit of time off to do his swimming career. So it's interesting talking to Alli just about the Simpsons in general, about moving over here, about moving back. She's a very interesting young lady, and I really enjoyed the chat. So please listen to Alli Simpson, and please like and subscribe to the Big Down Under podcast. We need your help growing this thing. We're doing our best over here. If you got any recommendations of who you'd like to see me interview next, leave them in the comments, or better yet, get them to DM me, because we're looking for guests as well. So yeah, just support the podcast however you can. That'd be great. Here is Alli Simpson. Are you on the Gold Coast?
Yeah, I'm on the Gold Coast.
I often think that if me and my family move back to Australia, I think I've been to the Gold Coast once just for a holiday, but I just
Where
think
are you
that
from?
Canberra originally,
Oh, from Canberra. Okay.
but moved to Melbourne. But now, like, I think just the weather in LA is so good that I don't think I could move back to Melbourne.
No, I miss LA so much. Like I'm this close to moving back to LA. Like it's so good.
Well, why haven't you? Like, what's keeping
I
you in the
know.
Gold Coast?
Nothing really at the moment. My older brother Cody's moving back, so I'm like I may as well jump on board with him. So he's going back pretty soon.
Yeah, I mean, I just saw that Cody signed with CAA like yesterday.
Yes.
That's amazing.
So exciting. I know. I'm stoked for him.
He is really, I actually haven't, like, his life in terms of like just the chapters, it's just,
It's crazy.
it's kind of refreshing. You don't really see many stars that like just switch. Like he's done.
I know. He's so good at everything. I always say that to him. I'm like, what's it like being good at everything? Must suck.
You
He's like
seem
a
pretty
chameleon.
good.
He can just change careers like that. It's amazing.
You seem pretty good at everything. Aren't all of you Simpsons like swimmer singers?
Pretty much, yeah. Because mum and dad were swimmers and I swam when I was young. I don't think I'd be good in a pool now, but
That's awesome. You're all like athletic and creative.
yeah, definitely runs in the family.
And you have so it's Cody's the oldest, you're the middle, and you've got a younger brother, Tom.
Yeah.
Is Tom also into the entertainment scene?
He is. He's very talented. He's very musical. He's amazing on the piano. He can sing as well. So he works in like the musical theater production side of things. So yeah,
really?
we're all in the creative world. Yeah.
I'm surprised you guys haven't had your own sort of Kardashians show, you know? The Simpsons, like it's right there.
We have had a lot of offers over the years.
Oh, you have?
We have. Yeah, we always contemplated it as a family and we're like, do we go down that road? But like we all just decided not to. And I'm like, maybe it was for the best. But you never know.
One day, One day.
One day.
Do you
You never
think
know.
that, Cody's moving over here, you're sort of thinking about it? I get.
Yeah.
Do you think the whole family might just do like round two and just come back over again?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised because I'm like, if Cody and I go back, Tom's gonna want to come, and then Mum and Dad will be like, we better come back too.
Totally.
Never know. We could do a full round two.
Yeah. So you guys all came over
Yeah.
here. When was it? Were you 12 or was Cody 12? How old were you guys when you came over here?
I was 12, Cody was 13, I think.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm like, it was a long time ago, but we were so young. It's
So young.
crazy.
It's actually just like an interesting thing for a family to uproot themselves for one of the kids like blossoming
Yeah.
career. Like you don't hear about that much.
No, and it was definitely super unheard of when Mum and Dad just sort of jumped up and were like, yeah, let's do it. And, Cody wanted to follow his dream. And yeah, it was such a huge sacrifice for Mum and Dad. And like Cody and I mean, we're so grateful to this day. But yeah, you don't see it a lot. So we were just, yeah, I mean, super blessed.
And what were your feelings going into it? Like, here I am moving to the other side of the world so that my big brother is going to be a star.
Yeah, honestly, like at the time, because I was so young, like one, I didn't want to leave my school and I didn't want to leave my swimming squad because like I had my best friends and I like had my crushes and I'm like, I can't leave. And I was just young, but at the same time, I was super excited. Like all I could think about was going to Disneyland. Like I think just being a young girl from the Gold Coast, I was like, LA, America, Disneyland. So I think we were too young to even fathom what was going on. So it just felt like a huge adventure at the start.
Yeah, and then you came over here. Were you all over here for about 8 years?
Yes, it was about 8 years, which is crazy. It went so fast.
And you were just like, the whole family went on the road with Cody, like, and also like around the world with Cody. It's just like, it's like a traveling, it must have been an interesting time in your family's life, obviously, that you're all together experiencing this incredible thing.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. Like it was such a crazy childhood. Yeah, I guess like, as soon as we got over there, we lived in a hotel for about 6 months, like at La Montrose, which I think is now just Montrose down on, I think it's La Brea or something. But we lived there in like a 1-bedroom apartment. We were like all sleeping on the floor for like 6 months. And then Cody basically went straight on tour after that. And Mum and Dad wanted to keep us all together as a family. So they're like, Cody's going on the road. We're all going on the road. So we had like the family bus and then like the crew bus. So it was, yeah, it was a crazy adventure.
And what about schooling?
Yeah, the schooling was an interesting one. When we initially got there, Mum and Dad didn't sort of want to do the homeschooling thing, because we were at school on the Gold Coast until we left. And we didn't really want to homeschool. So we were initially looking at schools. And then I guess once we got on the road, it kind of wasn't a possibility if we all wanted to stay together. So we ended up homeschooling and we had a tutor come with us and travel around on the tour bus. And basically our schoolroom was the back of the tour bus and me and Cody and Tom would do it together basically.
That's awesome. So they gave you like little curriculums to do in between shows?
Yep. We all had our own little curriculums going on. And it was just in between shows, in between cities. And it was crazy because we were all doing different grades, but we all had to focus on our own things. So yeah, it was interesting. We homeschooled till we graduated.
Do you think, is it different than, you're kind of educated in an American way then, instead of like in Australia? Is there did you notice any differences in the way that they teach their kids?
Yeah, I didn't notice too much of a difference. I really, it was interesting. I think the only difference would be like, like the history and like we had a very different experience, I guess, because we were sort of able to fast track what we needed to do to graduate. Like I ended up graduating a year before my friends back home because it was like, you could just basically fast forward and get what you needed to get done without all the time and the extra stuff, So it was kind of cool that we were able to sort of fast track it.
Yeah, absolutely. But then, I mean, I imagine you miss out on a lot of socializing and events and that sort of stuff. That kind of sucks.
Yeah, that was the biggest thing for me because I was young and I was like, I'm a social butterfly. So like for me, missing like formal and the high school parties and like I had so much FOMO with my friends back home. So I did feel like I was missing out, watching all the school dances and stuff. But now that I'm older and looking back, I wouldn't change it because we had such a unique childhood and experience in schooling that, that allowed me to be who I am today. So I wouldn't change it now. But at the time, yeah, I had FOMO.
But you traveled all around the world and America. Did you just like go state to state sort of thing?
Yeah, pretty much a different state each night. Like Cody would do a show and then we would just drive overnight to the next place. And I've pretty much been to every state in America, but it's not
Wow.
like I got to see much of it at all. I'd see like the venue and maybe the Starbucks next door, and then we'd like keep going.
Does any city or state stand out to you, or you don't remember?
Uh, there was a few. I mean, for some reason, I loved Chicago. I loved Miami, New York, obviously. But yeah, LA is always going to be my favorite, I guess, because I pretty much grew up there.
Hey, can you give me just your favorite thing about America in your best American accent?
My favorite thing about America? Oh, that is so funny. In my best American accent.
I get everyone to do this. This is going to be the open to your episode, all right? This is the open to your episode, all right? Let's hear you.
The pressure.
I know.
Favorite thing about So I think my favorite thing about America and Los Angeles would probably be all the diners and the food. And I really miss Starbucks. That'd be like my three favorite things.
Diners. I like that.
Diner.
Diners.
I'm like, I feel like I had to say diner just to say diner.
Yeah. Do we have diners in Australia? I think sometimes if they're like pretending to be American, it's kind of like a bit of a...
Yeah, there are a few diners opening and stuff now trying to do the American thing, but it just doesn't hit the same.
No. Do you miss anything else about America living back in Australia now?
Oh, man. I mean, I just miss living in LA and just like the social side of LA. And I think like growing up in Hollywood and like having all my friends there, I think like I miss all of that. And I miss going out all the time and just like the vibe that LA has. Like there's just something about it. And I definitely miss that.
And it is cool to be an Aussie in LA, you know?
It is. And there's so many Aussies in LA now.
There are.
It's really good to see. Yeah.
I used to think that like being an Aussie kind of got you ahead here, but now there's just so many Australians, especially if they're going for an acting role or whatever. We've dominated like a lot of their entertainment.
Yeah, we have. It's like every corner you just end up meeting an Aussie and you're like, am I even in America? But it's always nice when you run into an Australian in LA because it's like you get that taste of home and you instantly connect, and it's just like I guess the thing that Aussies have.
So when did you decide that you wanted to do sort of the same thing as Cody, or did you always want to do it? There must have been a little bit of like jealousy, like he's only a year older than you and everyone wants to like take his photo and stuff. You're like, what about little old me? Like, when did you decide, no, Alli Simpson wants the same thing?
Yeah, it definitely took me a while, but not too long because I guess we were thrown into the deep end in the industry and I had no idea what I wanted to do when I moved. So initially I was just having fun doing school. But I'm so grateful for Cody because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have found, what I love to do. And I sort of started my career in like this world on YouTube. Like I was vlogging when I was 15 and I was just doing like funny skits and like vlogging our trips on the road. And that was sort of how I built my own following. And then that led to a radio show with Radio Disney. And it just sort of snowballed over time. And I slowly just realized that I love, being on camera, being on the microphone. I just love the world of entertainment. And because of Cody, I was able to be exposed to all of that. So it was kind of nice. Like there definitely wasn't a jealousy thing. Like my siblings and I are always just like each other's biggest fans. So it's really nice.
You do have a good attitude. You do have, because I think you sort of like going, yeah, Cody opened the door and then I just charged through it. I think a lot of people would be like, no, I mean, it didn't really do anything. I would have been cool anyway. But I think, use what you got. Use what you got.
Absolutely. I had to. And because I always think like, what would I have done if I was still here in Australia? Like, and I just have absolutely no idea. So for me, I just basically ran through the doors.
That's awesome. You don't know what you'd be doing if it wasn't for sort of Cody?
Honestly, no idea. Like if I'm like, what would I study if I went to uni and if I was still in Australia? But I would like to think that I still got into the world that I'm in because I do feel like it's where I'm supposed to be and I love it. So I'd like to think I would still be doing this, but I was able to, be exposed to this world and the opportunities because of Cody. So I'm really grateful for that. And
your Radio Disney show was massive. Am I reading it right that you had 7 to 10 million weekly listeners?
Yeah, you're reading it right.
That is
Which I think was also criminal because I was so young. And I'm like, how much wisdom was I sharing?
I can't even believe you got that many on like a radio show.
Yeah, because it was with Radio Disney, and obviously the company of Disney it has such a huge following, and I was able to get so many incredible guests. Like I was able to interview everyone that I was like massive fans of. So
Right.
yeah, it was super cool.
Like, can you give me a few names?
Yeah, oh my gosh. Well, my very first interview, like when I first got the radio job, they were like, I had no idea. Cody was getting interviewed by Radio Disney, and I just went with him. And
Oh,
some of the producers there were like, "What do you want to do?" And I'm like, "I have no idea," but I'm just like talking a lot, and blah blah blah. And they're like, "Would you be interested in like interviewing someone? Just because it would be fun." I'm like, "Yeah, cool, let's do it. Why not?" And they were like, "Well, can you come in tomorrow and interview One Direction?" And
wow.
I was like 16 at the time, and I was like, okay. I was like started crying because I was such a fangirl, and came in and did that, and it went awesome. And then they're like, that went really well. Can you come back next week and do Bieber? And then from there, I was like, this is really fun. I want my own show. So basically, that's how it turned into the Alli Simpson show, and I ended up having like everyone I was huge fans of. I had like Selena Gomez and Daya, Keith Urban. It was the list goes on, but it was just crazy to experience all that at the age that I was. So it was, yeah, it was
Totally.
unreal.
Because
Yeah.
I kind of, the emphasis on the word kind of, do the same thing as that. I don't know
Yeah.
if you know what I do, but every day I go to LAX with a video camera and try to find the people you're talking about.
That's so good.
So I kind of feel you'd be good at this too, Ali.
Yeah, I think so too.
If you come
Might
back,
be my next.
yeah, when you come back to America, I might I'll get you as a trainee, as like a TMZ reporter. We'll hit
Oh,
LAX.
can you imagine? With my backpack.
Yeah. I actually think you would be fantastic at it. You would light them
Oh,
up.
no. Okay. Why not?
Do you still want to get into sort of like the interviewing side of reporting type things?
Yeah, I mean, I've always loved the hosting and interviewing side of things because it's kind of what I grew up doing on Disney, and I'm starting my own podcast now, just as sort of like a side thing, just because I love doing it. I love talking to people. I love hearing stories. I love talking, basically. So yeah.
You must see a lot of these people you interviewed, like just in the news today, and like reflect. You got just a different perspective. Like when I see someone I've interviewed, and I like, they were really nice, or no, that person was an asshole. You know what I mean? Like it's just like you have a closer. News is more entertaining when you know the person they're talking about.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and like so many people that I've interviewed now are doing so incredible and doing so many amazing things. So it's always so fun to watch.
Your mate Justin Bieber, he doesn't like the paparazzi very much.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. Understandably, like he gets it too much, and I guess like no one would understand being in his shoes. But
Yeah, I mean, I kind of see it from the paparazzi side. I call myself a field reporter. I take video. I need your permission. Paparazzi just click, click, click. But I kind of think Bieber like kind of hates and loves it. And if it wasn't there, that'd be worse. You know what I mean? But there's a line, and it's crossed sometimes.
Yeah, I definitely think the line gets crossed sometimes, I guess, at his level. But yeah, I guess everyone would have like a love-hate relationship with it.
Right, totally. So how do you deal, like, because you're somewhat of an influencer as well. How do you keep like the creativity going? And then like, if you're dealing with sort of online hate, how do you deal with that? Just like the world of social media, and like if that's sort of your career path, it's kind of, it has its ups and downs.
It definitely does. And I think being in it from such a young age, because I basically started on social media when I was 15, and I'm 27 now. So it's been such a huge part of my life. And I guess in the beginning, it was definitely hard, when I'm a teenager and you're getting comments about, your body or your looks. And, I was like, I'm too young for this. I'm still trying to figure out myself and, how my confidence. So I definitely struggled with it a lot more when I was younger. But now that I've been in it for so long, and I feel like I've built such a genuine, I guess, connection with my audience. And I've always been so honest, like over time with my audience as well. So I don't struggle with it that much anymore. And yeah, I guess it's that thing, like you got to stay creative, you got to stay constant. And like sometimes I go through phases where I'm like, oh, I don't want to post today, but then, I'll post every other day. So it's kind of like this, it's kind of like a love-hate thing as well. It's like, but it feels like my life. So it's easy to sort of stay consistent now, I guess.
That's good. You seem like a good person to ask about Australia's social media ban. coming up
Oh, yeah.
for kids under the age of 16, is it? So you were like a
Yeah.
social media star, like well before then. If
Yeah.
you had been sort of like prevented from that lane and said, look, you're too young to
Yeah.
use social media, yes, you wouldn't have had to deal with all like, people talking about your body at a young age or all of the sort of
Yeah.
online harassment and awful stuff. But also
Yeah.
you wouldn't have had like this career path. So it's kind of,
I know.
what do you do?
I know it's hard, and I think social media has changed a lot, like since back then, and I think the world of the internet and influencing has just exploded in the last 10 years. And because at the time when we were young, my parents were always really protective of us and what we were putting online, and having all the restrictions, and they were really protective of the messages that were coming in, and so I always found that to be really helpful. But now, yeah, it's a hard thing, because it's like I would worry if they were my kids now, like jumping online and that young. And it's hard because, yeah, I would worry if it was my kids now. But then again, you're right about like wanting to start a career in like vlogging or influencing or anything. And because that is so common now, and I can imagine with, young kids at school that have that creative flair and want to do what I was doing at that age, you want them to be able to do that also.
Yeah.
So I find it, yeah, it's a difficult one. And I think there should be restrictions, but it also, you want your kids to be creative as well, and explore what they want to do. So yeah, it's a tough one.
It's a toughie, yeah, because you're right. Every kid, if you ask them, will probably say, I want to be an influencer when I grow up.
Absolutely.
But then
yeah, or a YouTuber or whatever they want to do,
But then in Australia, you might not be able to start that until after 16. Whereas in America, these American kids will grow up on it and it'll be natural to them. I just think,
like 12, 13.
Yeah, we live in like this digital age where social media is media. I'm conflicted about the Australian ban because the bad stuff, bad, yeah, sure. But also this is just the world we live in now. And cutting off that I think is tricky.
It is. It's super tricky. But yeah, there is so much bad on the internet, and there would be so much that I wouldn't want my kids seeing, and but it's just, I guess, finding the right restrictions. And yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one.
Now, another thing I wanted to talk to you about, which you probably don't like talking about, is your neck injury.
Yes.
That you sustained. Can you tell me about, this was national, this was huge news in Australia, even here in America, when you suffered a horrible accident.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. It was life-changing. Like I said, I'm not doing very good in pools these days. So 2 years ago, I was actually on a date, funny enough. I had just gone through a bad breakup. I was on a date with another guy, and we ended up joining up with a bunch of his friends. And then we all decided to go swimming, as people do after one too many margaritas or espresso martinis and whatever. So we went swimming in his apartment pool, and I dove in. It was dark, I couldn't see the bottom of the pool, and I hit my head on the bottom and broke my neck. I cracked 2 vertebrae, C6 and T1, which was, it was crazy because at the time when I did it, I didn't know that I'd broken my neck. So this is why it was so bizarre, because I came up, like I blacked out, I saw stars, I heard a high-pitched noise, like I knew I'd hit my head and something had happened, but I came to the top, and I'm on a date, so I'm like still trying to look cute when I come to the top, and I was like dizzy, and I was trying to pretend like it didn't happen, funny enough. And so I went to bed that night, and the next morning I woke up and I just like couldn't move my neck. It was just like locked, like I couldn't move my neck left or right. And I knew I'd done something bad. And anyway, I started going to physio because I was like, maybe I just jarred it really bad. And I never got an X-ray, which is crazy.
And the whole time?
The whole time until 3 months later. So I didn't know that my neck was severely broken. Like once I got the X-ray, which I only got in the end because I started getting pins and needles from the waist down on like New Year's Eve. And
this sounds terrible.
It was terrifying. So I didn't know if that had anything to do with my neck, but something was telling me like, go get the X-ray. I was like, I'm just going to do it for peace of mind. And this was on New Year's Eve, and went in for the X-ray, and I knew something was wrong when they took ages to come out and tell me. And basically they were like, the radiologist started tearing up to me and was like, you can't move. Like, don't move a muscle right now. Like, sit as still as you can. Don't move your head. Like, your neck is broken. They called an ambulance, put me straight in a neck brace. And I went to Pilates that morning. Like, I went for a run that morning, and he basically said to me, if you sneezed, you could have paralyzed yourself.
What?
Over the last like 3 months. I'm like, How?
Thank
What?
God you don't need to sneeze that much.
Thank God. Thank
Wow.
God.
Oh
Yeah.
my
So it was,
God. That's hard to hear
yeah,
about, let alone live through. Like, I feel
yeah,
queasy hearing about it. And
yeah,
then what was the recovery like then? It must have been a
yeah.
long process and you probably couldn't do a lot of things that you're used to doing.
Yeah, no, it was really tough because it felt weird to me because I hadn't been in the neck brace like I didn't know my neck was broken. So over the 3 months I was exercising, I was doing all the things I normally do. And then to be put into a neck brace for 6 months, like one of those big hard ones that I had
Mm.
to like sit in, I could only take it off to shower. But to me, it was such a mind fuck because I was like, I don't understand. And when they showed me the X-rays, it was severe, and it was
Mm.
like 2 millimeters away from being paralyzed from the neck down. And yeah, it was hard. And then I had to spend about 6 months in the brace, and then it was about 6 months recovery after that. So it was for a long time, I wasn't able to do anything that, I couldn't work, I couldn't exercise, I couldn't do anything that was my day-to-day routine that made me happy. So it was really difficult. It was a really difficult time.
Did you ever go on another date with the guy?
No,
Oh, you didn't?
no, because when it happened, I didn't know it was broken. And I think we went on like another date or two afterwards, and it
Broken neck
just
and
sort of
all.
broken neck and all, which is
Wow.
crazy. But then we sort of stopped seeing each other. But it was funny once I told him, because he's like, "What happened?" I'm like, "Funny enough, this happened the night I dove in your pool." And he
Yeah.
came and talked to me like flowers and coloring books and and wine and all this stuff. I was like, "That's so sweet." Like, even though we weren't dating anymore.
That you could surface from the water and try to act all cool like nothing had happened when you broke your neck. I've never heard anything like that.
It must have been the drinks. Like I must have been so clouded from too many martinis that I was just like, it's fine, it's fine. But I was definitely out of it when I came up, and I was obviously like severely concussed as well. So it's a really crazy time to reflect on for sure.
Are you dating anyone now?
I'm so single, it's not even funny.
So single. So
So
single.
single. And I
Oh
went
no.
to one of my friends' weddings on the weekend, and I was just making a joke to everyone because I'm like, I should just run away from catching the bouquet because I'm like so single. So, which
How
I'm enjoying.
it's
I'm really
fine.
enjoying.
It's fun. You use the dating
Yeah.
apps or you just go out to the Goldie and meet people?
Yeah, I haven't signed up to any of the dating apps, but because I'm not having much luck dating, I'm like, am I gonna have to just like, am I gonna have to get on dating apps now? Is like that the only way that I meet people? Because I find it so hard to meet people these
You
days.
could get on Raya. Someone of your status could get on Raya.
I was on Raya. I remember when Raya like first started years ago. I was on it for years, like when I was in LA. And then when I came back to Australia, there wasn't that many Australians on Raya. So I was like, well, this is impossible because I can't like date these guys on the other side of the world. So I deleted it. But now I should probably get back on because it's probably full of Aussies now.
Would you marry an American? Would you sort of are you into
Oh,
American guys?
yeah, 100%. Dated a few American guys.
Oh yeah. How do they is there any sort of major cultural difference in like American guys and Aussie guys?
I don't really think so. I find American guys are maybe it's just because of the world I'm in, because I'm in entertainment. I find American guys to be a lot more like confident. Like I wouldn't say cocky, but a lot more like out there and really confident. But maybe I'm just not hanging around the right guys. Like maybe I need to go to Sydney or Melbourne to meet some like really good dudes.
Maybe. Maybe.
Maybe.
Well, I hope you come over
Or
here
just
at
come
some
back to LA.
you got to come back here to LA. You got to come back here. I see it. I see it in your future. Do you think like if you
Yeah.
come back here, would you want to get into acting or would you want to, keep the singing thing going?
Yeah, it's funny because I mean the singing thing I always just did for fun because I loved making the songs that I did and the music videos and they all went super well, but I can't sing in front of people. Like my body just shuts down. Like
You
I
get
get so
nervous.
anxious,
Really?
get so nervous, my throat just closes in, which is so interesting because like I could go on stage and literally do anything but sing. Like I'd act, dance, host, whatever. I
Really?
just can't sing in front of people. So singing, I'm like, I'll leave that one to the side, but acting is definitely something I'm wanting to pursue more. So I think if I should say not if, when I come back to LA, that's something I want to get into for sure.
Fantastic, Ali. Well, it's been very
Yeah.
nice speaking to you, and I really
Thank
do hope
you.
you make your way out here. I think,
Yeah.
we're going to see more of you Simpsons in general.
Yes.
I think that, The Olympic.
Simpsons are making a resurgence at the moment.
I feel like you guys will. Cody's dipping his toes back in. Surely you're going to make a go of it too. So I really do appreciate you coming on the podcast. Good luck with everything. Yeah, we'll see you over here sometime.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Alli. Christina.
Hey, Cotton. How are you, mate?
Very good. Yourself?
I'm great, thank you. Coming off of a long weekend. I love the public holidays. It's always so nice and relaxing. We should have a 4-day week every week.
I agree. And a 4-day weekend would be nice.
Oh, and just work 3 days.
That'd be good.
Yeah, I mean, of course.
You had a big weekend, actually. I saw you are really like getting into the LA scene.
Do you think?
I do. I see you out at night. Sometimes you're working on the red carpet for TooFab.
That is true.
But the rest of the time, you're on the red carpet yourself, taking glam shots.
Don't.
You're out with the other, there's a couple thirsty, one particular.
Who are you naming?
Charlie Neff.
What is wrong with being thirsty?
No, it's good to be thirsty, but I'm glad that you're
She's a hustler.
She's a hustler.
We're all just out in LA trying to hustle, mate.
I know. Not me. I'm at home in LA.
Well, don't complain when you don't get anywhere.
True. Very true. But you went to the Maxim Hot 100 party?
I did on Friday, yes. Fun times.
Even be like, was that a thing in Australia, like them, like hot Maxim girls? I feel like it made it to Australia.
Probably. I mean, the Maxim parties were like the
Yeah.
things, like years ago. The biggest names went. But yeah, it was a cool night. It was cool vibes. Kendra Wilkinson was there. Audrey.
Partridge?
Audrina. Audrey.
She loves
Audrina
Australians,
Partridge.
you know?
Does
Audrina,
she?
she might either marry, I think she's married to like an Australian like BMX or motocross
I thought she was divorced.
Maybe she's divorced from him. I haven't checked lately, but yeah, she likes the accent.
I love her. I love the Hills. Big fan.
So, did anything happen in Australia this week?
Oh, you know what? There's been a few things.
Okay.
There's been a few things. I want to start with Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift.
Oh, not Australian, but go on.
Well, so there is an Australian woman that almost could have been getting married to Travis Kelce.
Oh.
Now, I'm starting off big.
Yes, you got a clickbait.
So, Australian entrepreneur Michelle Battersby, she's an influencer.
I've heard that name somewhere.
Yeah, she's around. She's well known in Australia. She met Travis Kelce at a Dom Dollar concert.
Oh.
How great for Travis Kelce being at a Dom Dollar concert.
Shout out Dom Dollar.
He's
man.
killing it.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Dom Dollar. Anyway, so they were at this Dom Dollar concert. Michelle was there with her partner.
Mm.
And Travis Kelce approached her and said, had made advances, was flirting. And she was like, who is this guy and why has he got an entourage? She had no idea who Travis Kelce was. I mean, before Taylor Swift, who really did know who Travis Kelce was? Okay. Agree, disagree. Anyway, so she says, he came up to me and was hitting on me.
Oh.
And there's only so long you can chat to a random dude who looks like he might be someone. Not knowing who he was, I was like, why does this white guy think he's so swaggy? And I just kind of palmed him off.
Palmed off? Oh,
Palmed him off.
No, what a mistake.
I know. And then
she had a partner though, didn't she?
Yes.
Okay.
But annoying.
Yeah, that's hard. That's hard.
And she only realized who Travis was until he was dating Taylor a few months later. So really, she was like, I mean, I'm sure there was plenty of other girls in between Michelle and Taylor, but that he dated. Anyway, I'll leave that alone.
That's hard to know what to do. You're happily, with Whitey and all that sort of. I know Whitey's a great guy, but if Travis came up to you at a club like, "Hey, Christina," Christina.
He's not on my hall pass list.
Oh, who is?
Well, I don't. My hall pass list has gotten quite controversial, unfortunately.
What?
Ashton Kutcher.
Oh, Ashton Kutcher's on your hall pass?
He's been my number one since I was a teenager. He was like posters in my locker, posters all through my room. He was my number one.
Is that right?
And it's really upsetting.
What are you upset because he wrote a letter of recommendation for Danny Masterson?
Yeah, kind of. And the whole Diddy stuff, he's had a controversial.
Oh, he just went to a Diddy party.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm still happy to have him on. He's still number one on my hall pass. But people often question me oh my God, Ashton Kutcher's on your hall pass.
Wait, how many people do you get on a hall pass? I thought it was only one.
I thought it was 5.
It's 5?
Yeah.
Okay, who else?
Well, no,
come on.
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt, okay.
Brad Pitt.
Okay.
And Jacob Elordi's recently been added.
Jacob Elordi's? So he was in top 10, but they elevated him.
Yeah, I elevated him.
Top 5, okay.
I actually can't remember the rest now that I think about it. Ashton Kutcher's just number one, and if I saw him on the street, for sure.
But it was fine for you to have like a hall pass list when you lived in Australia with your husband. But now that you live in LA, I think that Whitey can go through and like, nope.
I know because the radius is now a lot smaller, but I really don't think Ashton Kutcher will be looking my way anytime soon.
We'll see.
Oh, well.
Okay, moving on.
Who's on your hall pass list?
My wife.
Oh, that's so cute and such a lie.
I don't know.
Okay, maybe it might be this person.
Okay.
Bindi Irwin.
Oh, okay.
Bindi Irwin has temporarily ditched Australia.
Sad. So, where'd she move?
like us.
Beijing or
No, more obvious.
Tokyo,
No,
London.
right here with us, Los Angeles.
Oh, wow.
She
Why?
is going to be out here for a few months supporting her brother, Robert Irwin, during his Dancing with the Stars adventure.
That's nice and all, but you don't move your whole family to the other side of the world to go along once a week and clap for your brother.
Well, Robert is also a part of her family. So
yeah,
I am
she's got
not
a kid or two, maybe.
One kid.
Okay.
I'm really not surprised by this. They are so close. That whole family just screams, I will move across the Pacific Ocean to be there and support you on this big endeavor.
Yeah. I think that these Irwin kids, like, they have been stars all their lives, obviously. Even Bindi had won Dancing with the Stars
She
America.
did with Derek Hough.
So but I think like they went away for a little while. She had a few health problems. She had kids. He was kind of like, probably at the gym for a few years. And now they both seem like they're re-emerging. The fact that she's moving to LA for a few months tells me she's interested in being a star again as well.
No. I think she's very much like, this is Robert's time to shine. She had her time during Dancing with the Stars. She grew her stardom. She's definitely created a name for herself. Now she's happy to step back and let Robert shine, because you can see that as like with them as siblings. She's so supportive of him and vice versa.
Yeah, she's letting him shine, but it's kind of like if someone went to someone else's wedding in a really fancy dress. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to speak girl to you.
Oh, as in like he's taking her spot from Dancing with the Stars?
No, it's like she's there in the crowd. Everyone's like, oh, Bindi's here, Bindi. And then it's like, oh, Bindi's the bigger one, is she?
Okay, I see what you're doing. But no, I don't think that's going to be the case. All eyes will be on Robert. Have you seen Robert Irwin lately?
Yeah.
He has like an 8-pack. Everyone is so excited to see him on the dance floor. I don't think Bindi's going to be noticed. I think it would have been more noticeable if she wasn't there. I think it would be a bit like, where is Bindi? She should be there to support her brother.
Oh, really?
Their dad's passed away. They need to be there and support each other and hold the Irwin legacy, because Steve Irwin was so big here. Robert is about to be the next Steve Irwin for sure.
I hope he gets there. I hope as well. He's got to find a girlfriend. The way you get to a big star, you find a girlfriend. He needs to like date Sydney Sweeney.
Sydney Sweeney? You think
Sydney Sweeney, Robert Irwin, that's a match made in heaven.
I mean, she's rumoured to be with bloody Scooter. I don't think Scooter and Robert look anything alike. I don't think he's her type.
Who's Scooter?
Scooter Braun.
Sydney Sweeney's rumoured to be a Scooter Braun?
That was rumours all through the weekend.
Oh, wow. That blew my
that?
mind just then.
Yeah, didn't you
Scooter Braun and Sydney Sweeney.
I see that. I see that more than Robert Irwin.
Wow. That blew my mind. Okay.
Yeah.
Any other stories?
Tammy Hembrow.
Yeah, Tammy Hembrow.
Well, she proved our point. She is dating Bailey Smith.
Yeah, she's dating Bailey Smith.
Yep. Bailey Smith, very attractive AFL player.
And maybe the best AFL player as well.
Yes, great guy. Tammy and him, match made in heaven. They're both extremely good looking. They were spotted out at Entrecôte in Melbourne. Great restaurant for anyone going to Melbourne. Great French restaurant, great steaks. And he was holding her hand, put his hand on her leg. Definitely dating.
Definitely.
So they really clickbaited us last week, didn't they?
They are definitely our Taylor and Travis. Definitely.
Okay.
Well, that doesn't say definitely when you go, okay, hesitantly.
Tammy Hembrow is not Taylor Swift.
I know
She's
that
not up
they're
there
not,
with a guitar and
it's
singing.
not an exact mirror.
She's an influencer.
Yes, they do different things.
Yes.
But if you're going to say like our high school couple, like our king and queen of prom in Australia right now is Tammy and Bailey.
Okay, of right now, yes.
Okay.
Okay,
of this
fine.
year.
I'm going to agree. Of this year, yeah.
There's one prom and king and queen a year.
I'm definitely not overall. Like, I'm thinking like our stars are like the Irwins, like these big names that are world renowned.
Yes. But
and Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie, yeah. But
that's our prom queen. Nicole Kidman, Kate Blanchett. What are you doing?
There has been.
Oh, please.
You need current.
Had enough of this.
All right, well, that's a good timing then if you had enough of it, because it's time to go.
Thanks for having me, Cotton.
Oh, always a pleasure, never a chore.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, see you guys here next week.
Bye.